The Philippines, a tropical paradise in Southeast Asia that stands as a nation emblematic of historical resilience, societal transition, and the pursuit of democracy. Known with a history deeply edged in colonization, struggle for independence, and restoration of democratic principles. In the midst of this stands a woman that emerges as a transformative figure, playing a defining role in reshaping the nation.
Who is Corazon Aquino?
CORAZON AQUINO was the 11th president of the Philippines. CORAZON AQUINO is one of the female president here in the Philippines.
She established bicameral Congress in the Philippines. At the same time, she also restored democracy.
She's part of the people power revolution in the West, and that's the scope of my understanding of it.
Thank you so much.
Maria Corazon Aquino, also known as Cory, was born on January 25, 1933 in the town of Paniqui, Tarlac, who served as the first female president during 1986 to 1992 of the Philippines, restoring democratic rule in the country after the long dictatorship of Ferdinand Marcos. She graduated from Mount St. Vincent College in New York City in 1954, but abandoned further studies in 1955 to marry Benigno Simon Aquino Jr., who was then a promising young politician. Throughout her husband's late career, Corazon stayed in the background, focusing on raising their 5 children. The turning point of Cora's life came in August 1983 when her husband was assassinated upon his return to the Philippines. This tragic event propelled her into the political spotlight and set her on a path that would forever change the course of the country's history.
I, Corazon Cojuangco Aquino, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and conscientiously fulfill my duties as President of the Philippines.
Corazon Aquino's administration in the Philippines made significant strides in projects, laws, and foreign policies. The Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program, or CARP, was a key initiative aiming to distribute agricultural lands to farmers, promoting equitable land ownership and rural development. Infrastructure development was also a priority, with major highways like the South and the North Luzon Expressway being constructed. Education reform was also a priority, with initiatives like the establishment of more public schools, teacher training programs, and scholarships for underprivileged students. Additionally, the 1987 Constitution, enacted to restore democracy and protect human rights, laid the foundation for a more democratic and inclusive Philippines. Aquino's administration also implemented anti-corruption measures, including the creation of the Office of the Ombudsman to promote transparency and accountability. Aquino's administration also pursued a non-aligned foreign policy, actively participating in regional organizations like the ASEAN. Furthermore, Aquino's administration advocated for human rights internationally, playing a significant role in the global campaign against apartheid in South Africa and supporting international efforts to promote human rights and democracy.
Corazon Aquino is the 11th and the first female president of the Philippines, so she is mostly known for her political achievement, but let us discover her achievements in the field of science. So first is the Republic Act 6655. The Science for the Mass program aimed to encourage children who has the passion for studying in the field of science to study for free. Next is, in August 8, 1988, Corazon Aquino created the Presidential Task Force for Science and Technology, which came up with the first Science and Technology Master Plan, or STMP. So the plan or the goal of STMP was for the Philippines to achieve newly industrialized country status by the year 2000. Lastly, during her presidency, President Corazon Aquino encouraged scientists and inventors to put back the Philippines in its former place next to Japan in the field of science.
In terms of technological development, these are the notable accomplishments of Corazon Aquino during her time in the office. First is the telecommunications liberalization. Aquino's presidency liberalized telecommunications, improving services and enabling private sector investment. This set the groundwork for the IT BPO industry in the Philippines, which relies heavily on the improved infrastructure. Second, scientific research and education. In her speech on July 11, 1988, the Aquino administration supported scientific research and education by allocating funding to research institutions and universities. This helped foster skilled scientific and technical professionals in the Philippines. Lastly, environmental conservation. While this is not a direct technology achievement, the emphasis on environmental sustainability is essential for a long-term technological development, as it promotes responsible and eco-friendly practices that can influence technology adoption and innovation. An example was in 1988 when President Corazon Aquino issued Proclamation Number 306. She proclaimed that the Tubataha Reefs National Park, a no-take national park, protecting and preserving the coral reef atoll, the marine turtles, and the water birds in the area.
Corazon Aquino, the first female president of the Philippines, led a critical transition after Ferdinand Marcos's authoritarian rule. Her administration restored democratic institutions, enacted reforms, and paved the way for political stability. Despite challenges like the coup attempts and economic difficulties, Aquino's steadfast leadership laid the foundation for future democratic governments, fostering political participation and empowering the Filipino people.